This incident happened in the African desert. Lion had not eaten for 2 days. He was really tired. He used to think that if he doesn't find any good things today, he would die tomorrow, and by thinking about that, he used to roar every time. He roared involuntarily. That's why all the prey animals would run away when they heard his voice. The worst thing was that he did not know that he was crying. He was crying because he was in pain, because his tongue was dry, because of pain. He kept walking and walking, past several tributaries of the river. Then, suddenly, the substitute ran out. Then his eyes seemed to light up. "Oh," he said, stopping and turning around. "Where did I come to? Oh, it's a field. Trees growing everywhere." Then suddenly he wanted to roar again, but didn't. He stopped himself, and he slowly fell down on the grass, which was drying up. "If I rest for a while, I will regain strength, my eyes will be sharper. My sense of smell improves. Oh, I'm getting older day by day. And I'm alone again."
Getting kicked out of the gang. No, I don't want to remember that day. It was so horrible. Laying his head on his front legs, Lion sighed, tears flowed from his eyes. He swallowed them painfully. He didn't know how long he laid like that. Suddenly he heard sounds of animals. The lion suddenly opened his eyes and paid attention to the sound. Desert deer. They are very agile and run very fast. The sense of smell can also be envied. If the lion thought, if there is any old or lame among them, if the calf was born 3 or 4 days ago, I can't eat, the flesh of the newborn is in small pieces. I can't get enough of him. He slowly raised his head from the ground with such thoughts. An old deer is grazing about 50 paces away from him. The wind is blowing from the direction of the deer. That's why the deer is oblivious. Now, and in one jump, it strangles him by the throat. Kills. After that he eats meat with relish. It's different when Yap eats meat with fresh blood flowing. Oh. How many deer he hunted in his youth when he gutted and skinned the game. He would get so steamed up. Be like that. Don't move. After all, you have got conscience. You don't want an old man like you to starve to death. If you wait a little longer, I will easily catch you. On my honest lion word, I will strangle you without suffering. Although I am old, my teeth are strong. I'm sure they will cut you off in one bite. Once you get your breath back, you will die. Then you will benefit. If you know it is meritorious to feed one hungry person, and feeding a poor old lion like me is twice the reward." He came very close to the deer. Now he took 2 steps forward and threw himself. The target is already his. He be thinking, don't make the mistake of jumping. Don't be ashamed. After all, how many eyes must have been staring? Even this deer himself will laugh at me. They will say, you are in a such state, what would you even do? He opened himself, concentrating all his strength on his legs. The deer was startled by a huge body falling on it. Then, when he tried to run away, sharp teeth sank into his throat. He was out of breath. He tried to run away, but he couldn't do it. Instead it fell. Then he saw a lion, and immediately accepted his fate. After all, it was supposed to happen one day. This is exactly what happens in the wild world. It's a shame that real brave deer are hunted after they've lived their lives. God forbid they get sick and die lagging behind the herd. The lion was very happy. That's why, even though he was dead, he continued to strangle him for a while.